Ciao, I'm Scott.
And I'm Oscar. And together we are the Ginfluencers UK.
The gin we're trying today is Malfy Originale Gin.
Original gin. They say that this gin is inspired by La Dolce Vita, which translated means the sweet life or
The good life.
the good life.
Yeah, anyway. The botanicals include juniper, coriander, lemon, cassia bark, angelica root, orris root, grapefruit peel, and spring water from the nearby Monteviso mountain in the Piedmont area.
Oh, there you go. It comes in a 70 centilitre bottle with an ABV of 41% for around £31.
Now, we have tried the others in the range before, and they haven't fared very well. So we're going to give it a fair crack of it. We've had this for a while. We haven't brought it to you, but we're doing it now. I think out of all of them, we liked this one
Which
the
is
most.
weird, because I've just noticed how empty this one is.
Yeah, I know, because we give that to people a lot to
I
try.
think we've palmed that off on people.
Well, anyway, the lemony was very lemony. Like
Yes.
Uber lemony.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. This one, I thought was probably the better one. Mind you, that says what it does, doesn't it, on the tin? It's just like it's lemony.
Well, I'll tell you what, let's give it a fair old shot. Yeah.
Now, they do recommend on their website to marry it with Mediterranean tonic.
Oh, to add some taste.
We don't know yet.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's a big cork.
Oh, I like that.
I like that.
Look at that.
Okay.
Okay.
It's ginny on the nose.
The cork smells nice. Yeah.
Oh, let's hope that translation comes out all right.
I mean, I get a lot of alcohol smell off that. Whew.
Hold on. They smell the same to you, don't they?
No one smells like wet dog.
No, they both smell a bit wet doggy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, they both smell a bit.
It's because I think I aerated mine a little bit.
Yeah.
Let the air get to it.
They have an
Wow,
unusual.
that's so negative already.
It has a bit of a weird aroma. It's ginny initially when I smell it, but as you get close to it, it's a bit strange.
Oh, hold on. I don't know if that was just my shock of the. That is sharp as.
But then
Really sharp.
that sharp lemon. But do you
I'm
not
getting
think,
some taste though.
Yeah, but do you not? You're saying sharp lemon. It's sharp lemon,
Yeah.
and then it's like. But do you not think there's like an artificial sugar in there? Does it not feel a bit sweety? Does it not
Ooh.
feel a bit like thick in the mouth?
Yeah. Hold on. I could just. Oh. Hold on. Oh, that is disgusting.
I see what you mean. There is sharp lemon.
That is absolutely disgusting.
It is sharp lemon. I'm disappointed. I kind of hoped, because that one, you know, out of all of them, I think that one was the better one. I was kind of hoping that. Yeah.
I tell you know what, if you wanted a kick, if you wanted to give a gin a kick, this is the one. I mean, it really is.
I'm just reaching over for that.
It's bitter, very bitter.
You know all about bitter. Right.
Yeah, I live with it.
Right. Look, let's give it a fair crack of the whip. At the moment,
Ooh,
that's not pleasurable. I can't even see that anything redeeming in there would go into like a martini or anything.
I
wouldn't.
don't get it though, because we see this in
Everywhere.
so many bars and
everywhere.
clubs and places, and it's like maybe
I'll tell you something as
maybe
well.
it's us.
What we saw, King's Cross, we saw Granary Square. They had a restaurant and it had cushions of theirs, had a little outside mini bar. They've obviously got a lot of money. Let's pop that in there.
It's right next door to the Google offices.
Yeah. Do you want to pop yours in there?
I don't know if I want to.
Right. Well, this is the correct ratio they recommended: 150 of tonic.
Okay, let's hope that adds to it. Do you know what? I want to give it a stir as well. Because I don't want.
Well, I'm having mine a little bit stronger, just to see. Can I have that, please? Because I'll just put a little bit more of mine in there. Let's stick that in there. Right. Oh, cheers, by the way. Cheers.
Cheers. Sorry. Okay, right. So neat is disgusting. That It's very sharp and bitter.
It doesn't.
It reminds me of an old gin from back 30 years ago when we started drinking gin, when there's very little choice.
But there's a weird thickness to it. It feels thick. It tastes very artificial. It's almost like there's a bit of artificial sweetener in there.
I mean, it is sharp as a knife.
It's not harmonious. So it isn't. It's got juniper in there, but it isn't piney juniper. There's such a weird kind of like bitter twang, but then this kind of crazy sweetness to it. It's not blending. It's not doing all these lovely things that we like doing. It's kind of like a bit of this and a bit of that, and they're not good things.
Right. So, how I see this reminds me of when we had 3 or 4 or 5 different gins 36, 30, 40 years ago, 37 years ago when I started drinking. If you had to drink it, you would drink it. And I'd put that as probably slightly better than Gordon's.
Slightly.
Because it's not scratching my throat.
It's not scratching. Yeah,
it's
not.
leaving a horrible bitterness. I mean, it tastes like the bitterness of a grapefruit skin. If you ate some of the skin.
Do you know what this tastes like to me?
Mm-hmm.
That I have had some gin and I've thrown up. This is
bile.
Biley.
It's the after. It's a 20 minutes later after you've thrown up type of a feel. But no.
What am I missing? What am I missing? That this
is it just 31 quid ain't cheap.
That this is so. I mean, but what I presume is that this is in supermarkets. So they manage to get this at a very cheap price in order to put this in so many bars and so many restaurants, and they sing about it. Oh, look at us, Malfy, Malfy, Malfy. It's awful.
It isn't nice.
It is awful. And do you know what? It's lazy. It's lazy. This is probably dirt cheap. And then what we're getting is that we go to places and this is what we're offered.
Nice bottles.
The cheap, lovely bottles. I love the bottles.
And the cushions look nice.
The cushions look nice. And I do love their attention to detail with the coloured stops in there. I like that. You know, they're very good.
I suppose you've got plenty of time on your hands.
That's very nice.
You've literally made that.
It's just rubbish. It's just rubbish gin. That is disgusting.
It is. I do think that's better than Gordon's.
Only because it doesn't scratch.
Because it doesn't scratch.
But equally, I think this is more biley tasting than Gordon's. Gordon's has a better flavour, I think. Gordon's has a better flavour, but it claws the back of your throat. This doesn't claw the back of your throat, but this tastes weird. It tastes biley.
I mean, if you wanted to give up drinking, this is what if you had to make a youngster stop drinking and you're punishing them, you'd make them drink this.
I will say, as a range going, we preferred this one. This one kind of said what it was. It wasn't overly offensive. That was disgusting. That one, the orange one, the blood orange, tastes like day nurse. It's rotten. It's horrible. I think as a whole range, they are absolutely awful, and that's my taste. And taste is subjective.
That's absolutely correct.
I think they're awful, and I think that it's everywhere. You see it everywhere.
Then we can't knock their marketing.
No, you can't knock marketing. But then it's lazy because you're not telling me that we're the only people that think that this is awful. And I've seen so many people talk wonderful things about this. What am I missing?
Yep. If you know what we're missing, could you let us know in the comments?
But the amount of stuff that we've tasted over the years, the amount of stuff that we've got in here.
And there are some amazing distillers here that have never made it properly into the commercial market.
No.
And it's such a shame when if you're spending 31 quid on that and you get 31 quid, I mean, we could go through these and pick out the 30 quid ones there, and they would absolutely wipe the floor with it.
And if it is a factor of money, I would rather pay more money and have something decent on the shelves.
Are we just lazy in this country? As not us,
I think we are. I think generally The UK, we have this bit of a malaise. Like we kind of moan about stuff, but we don't do anything about it.
Well, that's why we're here.
Yeah. What's that? I don't get that.
That's why we're here, to do something about it.
Oh, we don't do anything about it either. But no,
we do.
Right, let's score it.
We have.
Let's score it. I'm disappointed.
Where's the one that's got the 100 on it?
I'm disappointed, Malfy. I'm very, very disappointed.
You call me Malfy. Hold on. Awful.
Right, okay, yeah, I know what I'm going to score. Right, yeah.
You ready?
Yeah, go.
Go. See, I did a 3 because I think that's better than Gordon's.
Yeah.
In the fact it isn't scratching my throat. I can't remember what I gave Gordon's. I think it was a very low score. But it's definitely below average. But if I wanted to make that last the whole night in a pub, I absolutely could.
Do you know what? I'll go out to bat, and I never do this for Gordon's. At least Gordon's is even cheaper than that.
That's the plus side, isn't it? Is how cheap Gordon's is. So
that's
maybe this should be a 2.
That's why I've gone 2, because Gordon's is even cheaper. And if you just want something that's gin tasting, go for that. As much as Gordon's will scratch the back of your throat, this just tastes like bile. It's not right. And they've made us put it with a Mediterranean tonic, hopefully to give it body and to give it some extra flavour.
What's getting me is that, and I don't want to point fingers here, is that certain bars have this and the bar's manager are buying it.
Yeah, but because it's probably cheap. And they go and go.
Well, it depends what the trade price of that is.
We've walked around Mayfair and places like that, and this has been in the window of restaurants, and it's like, oh, the Malfy range, and it's like, well, I don't know what
the Murphy range.
No, I went the Malfy range, but some weird that became French more than Italian, and it's got a good eye behind it, and it's obviously got good marketing, and it's obviously dirt cheap because they're doing it. This is not the best. This is not the best, and I'm gonna be really judgy on places now when I go in there and see this entire range. Before I couldn't be because I hadn't tried this, so now I've tried it all. If I see this in bars, I'm gonna be uber judgy. I'm gonna be like, eh, what's that? What's happening with that? When you could be having,
excuse me,
when we could be having bespoke things in there. I think this is not great. This is not great. Taste is subjective. If you like it,
well done to you.
Well done. Drop us a message and tell us how to drink it.
And I thought I had bad taste buds.
But anyway, yeah, do your bits.
And don't forget, like and subscribe. Drop us a comment if absolutely what you think of this one and this entire range. We'd love to know. Do
you know, weirdly, now the ice has melted quite a bit in there, it's diluted the flavour down and made it a little bit more palatable.
I'd make that last at least 2 rounds of drinks.
I was going to say 2 weeks.
But yeah, so hold on, let me just try a...
But it's because it's made it...
Please drink responsibly.
Yeah. Oh yeah, do that.
And a bit more picky. And we'll see you in the next video. Cheers.
Cheers. Well, you would drink responsibly with this because you wouldn't want to finish one.
Mm-hmm.
Cheers, bye.